Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Under the Scope podcast. And today with us, we have another special guest. That is right. Today we have Eddie the Eagle 10 with us. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring him in. Without further ado, let's go ahead and bring him in. What's up, Eddie?
Hey, how's it going, Silver?
Oh man, it's going. Yo, man, thanks for taking the time and appreciate you jumping in here and accepting this interview with us. Eddie the Eagle 10. You got to tell us where that gamer tag came from.
So, let's see. Back in around 2000, I'm not sure if we have any football fans in here, but I love the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, Donovan McNabb. He got me into football. Started watching him for a while back in like early 2000s. Fell in love with that guy, got his jersey, and then I thought, hey, Eddie and Eagle, they both have E's. Might as well just throw it together, Eddie the Eagle. I love number 10 because I know like Cristiano Ronaldo was number 7, number 10. I was a big Ronaldo fan, so that's where it kind of all incorporated.
That's actually pretty cool. Like I said, man, every person we've talked to, where it's crazy to see how they put together their gamer tags. So I don't know if you heard the last interview with Jordan, but his started at Circus City, and more on the video if you guys go tune into that. But dude, it's amazing, man. Everything. Who is Eddie the Eagle 10? Who is the guy behind the gamer tag? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Eddie. I originally got started gaming. I want to say when I was younger, my dad bought a Nintendo 64 and we used to play baseball. That was the only game we had. So he got me into baseball. Then, all those sports games. I'm a big sports guy. I love baseball, football, basketball. You got a question, I most likely know the answer. I keep up with stats, all that stuff. So I do play a lot of like sport games, but I also got into Call of Duty, like league play. So
Yeah.
I didn't have anybody to play league play with, so I was just solo queuing it up. Got to a super high rank, met some cool people. I don't play with them anymore, but I think Call of Duty League is what got me into like, playing video games at a higher level and just trying to be getting better every day.
So, so you been to any like LAN events or any like big tournaments like physically there and in
So
person?
no, I haven't been to any events. I got to a really high rank back in like Black Ops 4, and I got
Okay.
invited to a server to scrim against their team with like 20 or 30 other guys. So they just threw us in 5v5 and they watched, who played the best and whatnot. Um, that lasted for like 2, 3 months. And then I didn't get asked to like put on the main squad. There was like a couple B squads, and so like if you guys want to continue to rank up, get better, you might be able to join the real team later on down the line. A little bit discouraging, but thinking back, it's like I should have just done it because I like playing competitive, games that have rank systems and rewards for doing good.
So how old are you, Eddie?
So I'm 26 years old.
All right. Do you see yourself continuing to try to accomplish that, or has your mindset and goals changed?
Yeah, no, so I do love the competitiveness in games, and yeah, you're right. Back when Black Ops 4 was out, I didn't really know of too many like streamers like now, like nowadays you hop into a game and someone's, live on Twitch, whether it be with a couple people or like 30, 40 people. And it's like, okay, like they're out here grinding, putting content. Back then, that wasn't as popular or, you know, at least to my knowledge, I don't remember playing with a lot of people that did stream. So it was kind of, I would say, they had to dig a little bit harder to find that person. Now, if I do want, I might go down that road again, but maybe more so like into the Apex side of it.
Are you trying to be a pro then? In Apex Legend, or that's what you're trying to accomplish in Call of Duty, or are you trying to becoming more of a streamer, content creator? What do you try to do for Eddie the Eagle 10?
So I wouldn't say be like a pro, like a professional. If that's what it leads to, then by all means. But the main goal would just be um, playing that at a higher level on like those competitive games where like Apex, where if you're ranked in the top 500 Predator, you know you're doing something right. You're a top 500 player in the world. You know, show how I think about the game. You know, my view on it. Maybe get people to watch me to help them improve. So like, you know, tips and tricks. You know, and then also like the people that I play with are pretty funny. You know, so you know we have some funny moments doing some you know little challenges here and there. Oh,
Yeah.
go fight with no armor and see what happens the whole game. You know, fun stuff like that. But then also being good enough to where I might be able to win the game. People will find that entertaining. Like, hey, this guy's trying to be funny, but also still, you know, he's still good and he's going to show off his, you know, showcase his skills and stuff like that. So play at a high level, still have fun, and most of all, what I really like is when streamers play with their viewers. You know, whether it's like, hey, let's all do a custom lobby, or like today, you know, you just add me at because on my Twitch I have exclamation mark friend. It has my gamer tag, my Call of Duty name, Apex name. You know, all the games that I regularly play, and I always encourage people, hey, if I'm playing solo, feel free to add me and say, hey, let's play. You know, I'm not gonna say no. You know, we can hang out. You share some tips and tricks, and you know, I'll share mine as well. You know, so it's just playing with the people that come to watch me, you know, and just growing and playing with them and, you know, becoming more connected.
Yeah. So you're trying to build your community as well, you know, with like-minded individuals. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's fantastic. And again, if you heard the last, you know, podcast interview, you know, every podcast that we've done, everyone's trying to accomplish that, right? And I think it's great. I really do. There's communities to be built. There's a lot of people out there. I want to call them dislocated gamers, right? Like they don't have a place where they feel they fit, and they're looking for that community that allow them to fit. So that's actually really, really cool, you know? So question from Fez, what game do you prefer, Apex or COD?
For Apex, only because the skill gap is that much higher. In Call of Duty, the time to kill is a couple seconds. You get shot, you know, if you get pushed by two or three guys, it's kind of hard to outplay it. Very possible. But
Hmm.
now in Apex, you have, you know, I'm not sure if anybody in here is familiar with it. There's abilities, you know, there's
Yep.
stuff that you can do to maneuver, and there's a higher skill gap, more outplayability with the legends and stuff like that. And you also got to have an understanding of their legend. You got to, you know, keep in mind what their abilities are, ultimates, all that stuff. So it kind of all go, you know, I feel like Apex is a little more rewarding,
Yep.
especially the plays that you can make on Apex versus like Call of Duty.
Got it. Well, hopefully that answers your question, Fez. How long have you been playing Apex?
So I've been playing Apex. I want to say I started. I want to say like maybe a year now, a year and a half, if that. Yeah, like a year. I only have like one or two friends that played, so I was on and off. But then I had one friend who got me, you know, more into the game and whatnot, so I started doing that. And then back to what you had said, there's a lot of like gamers that want to feel welcomed in their community. I play on Xbox, so I'm not sure if you know you're familiar with, or they have like an
Hmm.
Xbox, like a post group on Xbox. So whenever I would be solo, I would just post solo, you know, and I'm in this rank. I'm looking for two players. I'm willing to use any legend, and within seconds, I'd get DMs, messages. Let's play, let's play. And sometimes I play with those guys 5, 6 hours. I still have them added on there that you know, that I play with once in a while. Or I'll even title my streams like solo queuing in Apex. Who wants to play?
Yeah.
You know, and people would come in and be like, "Hey, let's play." And I do that for all the games, not even just like competitive games. You know, just any game that I can play multiplayer with. I always put, you know, let's join. And I have people that I go in there that I've played multiple games with, whether it be, you know, Call of Duty, Apex, and whatnot. And, you know, they still go back in and, you know, say what's up, join the game here, you know, once in a while. And it's cool, you know, just to hear them be appreciative to play with somebody who's gonna, you know, be friendly, be cool, and not, you know, be toxic. You know how some of these people are nowadays in Call of Duty and Apex.
Oh, believe me, I know, man. I know. So I heard you say Xbox, so you play on console, right?
Correct.
All right. Are you planning to soon transition into PC? Maybe mouse and keyboard or
Yeah, I was looking into PC.
okay.
I tried to order a PC last year. Something got messed up with the shipping, and I got a refund, which was a blessing in disguise because then I ended up having to use that money for something way more important. So
Yeah.
it just seems like the two times that I've tried to get a PC, something happens, and it's like, all right, you know.
Hey man, listen, the right time, the right PC will come. Listen, man, things happen for a reason. You just gotta remember that, you know. And so, if your time wasn't back then in Call of Duty, you know, maybe it's because you know you're it's getting ready to be something for Apex, right? So that's the way I see it, man. Things happen, things fall in place when they need to, you know. And I don't know if you're religious or not, but only I believe only the man above knows why things happen, and I think it's you know. I think it'll come soon enough for you, man. So, well, Eddie, is there anything else you know you'd like to share with us today? Anything that we might have left out?
No, I think that was, that was pretty much it.
Well, listen, man. Where can people find you?
Um, I do have Instagram for all of my Call of Duty plays and snipes and all that stuff.
All right.
That's Eddie the Eagle 10 on Instagram. Um, and then Twitch, also Eddie the Eagle 10. If you go in there, like I said, you can hit exclamation mark friend. The bot setup. I have my Xbox name, Activision, Apex, Rainbow Six, all the games that I used to play um, on there, and then Twitter as well, Eddie the Eagle 10. TikTok, Eddie the Eagle 10. TikTok is all my Call of Duty um, snipes, funny moments, clutches, 3v1s, 4v1s, all that kind of stuff.
Eddie the Eagle 10. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you for coming into the podcast and allowing us to interview you today. Eddie, I appreciate you coming on again, man. Thank you again, and we'll see you. We'll see you around for sure, and we'll get some games in.
Thank you for having me on, Silver. Have a good night.
All right. Good night, man. Well, there you go, everyone. Hopefully, you guys got to know Eddie the Eagle 10. I appreciate everyone coming through. Thank you so much for joining us again in another episode of Under the Scope podcast. And we'll see you on the next episode of Under the Scope podcast.